Hi, we continue with our virtual showroom, and now we're going to have an amazing class that Carlos Arévalo is preparing for us from Colombia. Carlos, we know you have prepared something sweet for us, so go ahead. Hello, everyone from Medellin, Colombia. Thank you for sharing with us this showroom virtual, the safari experience. For this day, we have a sweet world where you can make different decorative elements for assembly in your parties, which you could have inside your house. We're gonna start with a candy machine elaborated with reflex crystal red and reflex silver, where we're gonna build a machine candy. You can put it as a centerpiece, or you can put it beside the decoration. What we did was to cover this space with a 260 in fashion red. And we're gonna double stuff the balloons using the reflex silver with the reflex red. We're gonna take a reflex silver, round 12, and we're gonna put it inside a reflex crystal red. Also, we can do this with fashion red. What we're gonna do this time is that I did with this combination so you can see it differently and more shiny. We're gonna introduce the reflex silver inside the reflex crystal red to make a double stuff. We're gonna pump with a manual pump. So you have the possibility to make this at home. Remember that crystal balloons give us a shiny look. Now that we have the double stuffed balloons, we're gonna start inflating to make the base of the centerpiece. We take a balloon pump and we're gonna count how many pumps we're gonna make. You count up and down is one pump. We're gonna introduce the balloon and we're gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps. We hold it with our fingers and we're gonna inflate another with 5 pumps. 5 pumps. And we're gonna tighten them up. We're gonna make 2 twists and we're gonna tie them. We're gonna repeat the same procedure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps. Hold it with your fingers. And again, 5 pumps. We're gonna tie them up and make a duplet. Now we have 2 duplets and we're gonna make a cluster of 4. And we're gonna wrap it around the base. We're gonna tie the knots together to make more stable our base. With a round 5 reflex crystal red, we're gonna make 2 pumps. We're gonna take another balloon and make other 2 pumps, and we're gonna make a duplet. We're gonna take we're gonna make 1, 2 pumps. We're gonna make these a little bit faster. 1, 2, and make a duplet. We give a round shape with our hands, and we make a cluster of 4. And we're gonna wrap it around the base. Remember to knot the little neck of the balloons to give it more stability. Now we have the base of our candy machine. Now we're gonna make the upper part where the little candies are inside of the balloon. Now we take our pump or our electric pump, and we're gonna inflate and deflate our balloon. What we're using here is with a little stick, we introduce the round 5 inside the round 18-inch. We're gonna leave the neck inside the balloon, and we're gonna pump the round 5 with just 1 pump. Then we take out the neck, and we're gonna tie it. And we cut the neck of the balloon once we've made a knot. We're gonna introduce 1 by 1 the balloons, repeating the first step. We're gonna repeat. If the air releases, it goes out from the balloon, it doesn't matter, nothing is wrong. We just want to give more air to the balloon, and we're gonna continue introducing 1 by 1 the round 5 balloons. And we're gonna inflate 1 pump for each round 5 balloon. And now it's inside of our crystal balloon. We're gonna do this exercise like 10 or 12 times. The idea is that you see how I do it, because for some people it's very difficult to give air to the balloons inside another balloon. If the air releases from the balloon, we give just more air. And we're gonna keep introducing more balloons inside our crystal 18-inch crystal balloon. We give 1 pump, we tie the knot and cut the rest of the neck of the balloon. We introduce again the stick. You go putting 1 by 1 the round 5 balloons, but remember, always cut the neck of the balloon. we're gonna introduce another balloon, and we're gonna work the part from the top of the candy machine, and then we're gonna work the rest of the part of the machine so we can work the other projects that I have prepared. Don't worry if the balloon doesn't inflate, because what you have to do is you have to put in order the balloon so that the pump goes inside and put some air. We're gonna do the rest of the part of the machine, and we're gonna do the part at the top of the machine, and we're gonna give 3 pumps to around 5 reflex crystal red. We're gonna take another balloon and we're gonna give 3 pumps, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna tie it into a doublet. Remember to count how many pumps you give to the first balloon. That's your measurement. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna take another balloon and we're gonna make a doublet. 1, 2, 3, and wrap it around, tie the knot, and make a cluster of 4. Now we have a little base for the machine. We're gonna make now 3 clusters at a lower size. It can be 2 pumps to give stability for the balloon that is gonna have the candies inside. So we're gonna make another cluster of 4, but this time with 2 pumps. We're gonna make it first a doublet. If you don't have these crystal reflex red balloons, you can make it with fashion red or reflex crystal red. Okay, I make this base with the double stuffed balloons to make it more, to make it different. But if you don't have these balloons, you can use fashion red. We give 2 pumps. One pump, another balloon with 1 pump, and making a doublet. If we introduce the reflex silver inside the fashion red, it gives you a very nice color. The reflex silver, we introduce it inside the crystal red. We're gonna make 3 clusters to put the base of that candy machine. This is the way we're making double stuffed balloons, introducing reflex silver inside the crystal red. I hope everyone will be very excited. The idea is that you learn a lot from all the instructors and thank you for joining me in this class that I've prepared for everyone. One pump, and we make a doublet. One pump. We take another round 5 and made another pump, and then we make another doublet and then turn it to a cluster of 4. One pump to another round 5, and one pump to another round 5 and another doublet. Now we're missing one doublet. Perfect. Now we make another cluster. We need another cluster. We're alternating the sizes. We're gonna make big, small. The first cluster is with 3 pumps. The next 3 clusters are just with 1 pump. If you make a mistake inflating, if you make a mistake and you didn't put inside the reflex silver inside, to just disinflate and put it inside. The idea is that you learn how to knot and untie the knot. These are basic principles for balloons. Inflate, measure, and tight. And next process is you can assemble. If you have these principles, you can make a very nice decoration. When we finish these projects, I'm gonna show you a scenography that I make for you. Okay, so we return to our process. Remember to measure the balloons, 1 pump, tie, and then make it a doublet. And now, so I put the neck of the balloon inside my fingers to wrap it around, to don't have to tie and then tie again. I have 1 balloon in my left and 1 balloon in my right, and to cross and turn 2 rounds and then tie the knot. Now that we have this process finished, we are ready to assemble this part. Everyone asks sometimes if we can tie and wrap with the necks of the balloons. When there are small projects, yes, but today I'm gonna teach you how to wrap around with a 260, with a twist balloon. We're gonna take a twist balloon, we take a 260 reflex crystal red. We're gonna release the air and we're gonna tie, and the balloon will be completely flat. We take our first cluster of 4, the big one, the one with the 3 pumps, and we're gonna wrap around our 260 with 2 knots, very strong. Then we're gonna put the rest of the clusters, one following the next one, and we're gonna take the 260 and wrap it around. We're gonna take the second cluster, we're gonna tie and we're gonna wrap around the 260. And then we're gonna take the third cluster, we're gonna tie, and then we're gonna wrap it around. So this is the base for the candy machine. If we have 260 left over, we can cut and we can use it for another project. If you don't have a cutting machine, you can use scissors. We have the base for our candy machine. I elaborate a little key to put in the machine. So we take a 260 reflex silver and another person is gonna extend the 260. That's why this 260 is very thin. We're gonna make a donut, approximately 3 fingers. Then we're gonna make another donut, approximately 3 fingers. The second is the same size of the first one. So we're gonna make a pinch twist. We're gonna make a small bubble and then we're gonna turn her around, and that's how we make a pinch twist. You're gonna make a bubble that you have to turn several times. We're gonna make a pinch twist. Then we're gonna make another bubble and turn it to a pinch twist. So we have 2 pinch twists. So we finish our process and then we cut the rest and we wrap it around the neck. And that's how we have the key for our machine. The rest of the part, do not cut it. So we're gonna cut, okay? We're gonna cut and we knot and make a knot. Always knot, make a knot so the air doesn't release. We're gonna have a little key. We're gonna have the little key placed in the middle of the base of the candy machine. Usually I don't use glue or different kinds of materials to glue. I use the same material of the balloon and I wrap it around the structure. Then we assemble the little key and we put it organized. Next, we're gonna finish to put the balloons inside the round 18-inch crystal balloon. We're gonna give it some air so we can introduce more round 5 balloons. We're gonna include other colors where we have more candy inside the balloon. Now that you have learned, we're gonna make it faster so we can keep forward. We take a round 5, we're gonna introduce, we're gonna take out the little stick, we put inside the pump and give it 1 pump. If you don't like the shape the balloon gave us, you release the air and again you pump the balloon. We tie the knot and we cut. And we assemble. We're gonna put the pump inside the neck of the round 12, and we're gonna keep 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, and 20 pumps. We tie the neck, we knot, and we place the balloon, wrapping around the last cluster of 4. We're missing something that decorates the upper part of the canting machine. So we're gonna make now with a round 12, it's an apple twist. We double stuff the round 12 reflex crystal inside the reflex crystal red. We inflate 1, 4, 5 pumps. We give 5 pumps so the balloon is released. And we inflate another balloon to make the part from the top of the machine. This part, we're gonna wrap it around the neck, and we're gonna introduce the neck inside the round 12, the double stuff round 12. We're gonna make now an apple twist. We introduce our thumb and we introduce it until we get with our fingers the part that we just introduced, and we take a 260 and we wrap it around and we make a knot. This is the way we make the apple twist. And we cut the rest of that 260. This is the upper part of our machine, the top of our machine. We're gonna make it in a different way. We're gonna make a racing knot. I don't like glue stuff. I prefer using balloons to make these ideas or projects or not. Is that because if kids want to touch the projects, if they pull, they can explode all the project. Instead, if we use these techniques, the stable or the project is more stable. So we take a resin and we put it inside the crystal red, and we take a little bit of balloon, and then we make a fake knot, a false connection. There's no need to use glue. So we take now the neck, and with that 260, we just and we're gonna wrap it around the top. So if it's too short, we're gonna take the neck and we're gonna wrap around the little piece of 260, and we're gonna make another link or connector to the apple twist we just made. And with that 260s, we're gonna wrap it around. We cut, we give a shape with our hands, and now we have the top of our machine. But now we're gonna make another project. We're gonna wrap it around our base. We're gonna wrap it around the base, the clusters, to hold our candy machine. We want to see some candies in between the base, and that's why we take a Lincoln, a 6-inch Lincoln, and we make half pump. We tie, and we continue to making different colors. We tie the neck with the neck. We're gonna assemble one by one, making a little chain. So we make half pump and take another balloon, half pump, and we wrap it around, and we wrap it around, and we continue. We tie the neck with the knot, with neck with the link connector, and we continue. I hope everyone is paying attention in these parts that are basic processes. The idea is that you practice and make these projects from home. Now we have this chain. To clean our project, we have to cut all the link connectors and all the knots, the necks of the balloon. You're gonna cut and clean our chain. And we continue. We're not cutting the link from the neck from the beginning or the link from the last. We're gonna wrap it around the cluster of 4, and we're gonna twist around the base. And this is gonna be representing the candies from the machine. And this is our candy machine. We're gonna put this is our design for our candy machine with double stuff balloons. With this technique, the technique of the 260, so we can have this 260 in the size of a 160 balloon. Also, we make false connections for our designs. A lot of people say that the balloons lose their brightness. So I use high shine, and we use these high shine products and we put it in our balloons just this way, and we leave it for just a minute, and this is gonna leave us a beautiful project. Also in the reflex balloon, it's gonna give us a better look for our project. Now we have our candy machine. Hope you practice at home. Now we have, if you make this project at home, you can upload the picture and tag me, and I can repost the pictures. Now we continue with these projects that I have elaborated from the sweet world. We're gonna make a donut, but we're gonna include two processes in the work. One process that is with high flow, and another one with acrylic paint. And then we're gonna have foam material, little balls. These are the materials I use to make this project. First, we're gonna expand our balloon, so we're gonna give it some air. We're gonna give some air first to the balloon, and we're gonna expand our balloon. When we have our balloon, we're gonna release some air. We're gonna have this perfect size to make the apple twist technique in this balloon. We're gonna tie our balloon. I'm working here with round 12. But I'm gonna use a round 18 that I have previously inflated, but I'm gonna show you is that technique. The same thing we use, we expand and we shape the balloon with our hands. We give some pressure, and we're gonna introduce the thumb, and we're gonna introduce until we take that knot, and we're gonna take a 260 and wrap it around. 1, 2, and then we tie. This balloon, this 260, we're not gonna cut it, because with this net 260, we're gonna wrap it around our design. We're not using glue or any other stuff to put it on our project. Now we're gonna continue with the round 12 donuts that I have here. One with peach blush and the other one with pastel matte pink. We're gonna work with pencils. We're gonna use one for the high float and the other one for the acrylic paint. We have to work with separate pencils so they don't mix the products. We're gonna take the paint and we're gonna paint the balloon, making some curves like the cream that we put on top of the donuts. And we're gonna use a lot of paint to make the shape. what we want to represent, interpret. We always having a lot of careful with these materials. We can hold the balloon with a 260, and with a paintbrush, we're gonna make the size or the curves of the donut creams. We're gonna make the curves of the donut cream, We're gonna continue painting. We're gonna continue painting, making some curves. Try not to pass too many times the brush. The important thing is that it's very colored with paint. Also, you can use chocolate, like a chocolate cream using coffee paint. This is a procedure you have to make it with a lot of time. Here on live is difficult, and you have to wait until the paint is dry. You're gonna use a lot of paint, and on the inside part, you're gonna paint with all the remaining paint. For this type of design, we have here the donut painted, and we're gonna take our foam little balls, and we're gonna put the little balls spread it on top of the paint. You can put a lot of these balloons, styrofoam balloons, and this is how our donut is gonna be look like. If we don't have white acrylic paint, we can work it with high float, which is a product that helps the balloons to maintain with helium for a longer time. We can also spread the high float on top of the balloon, on top of the donut balloon. We're gonna spread the high float. So next, begin to spread it around the balloon. We're gonna spread the balloon, we're gonna use another brush, and we're gonna spread the high float with a clean brush. We're gonna spread it around the donut. This way, we're gonna spread the high float. Also you can leave like some drops falling from the donut. And then we're gonna take our styrofoam balls and we're gonna spread it around the donut. which so is a glue that's gonna be like dry very fast. We're gonna put these balls on top of the product, and they are gonna be attaching to the material, to the high float, and it's gonna be dry soon. Now we have another donut with another process. So we have one donut with acrylic paint, white acrylic paint, and another donut with high float. These donuts we're gonna assemble on the design we have. This is the type of donuts we elaborate. They're saying they look yummy, very easy to make. I hope you can use them on your parties. At home, you can make it. We have at home paint, preferably with acrylic, but if you don't have, you can use another type of paint. If you don't, welcome if you wanna give a bite to these donuts. Kids can make it also at home. We continue with our class. We're gonna have a lot of projects to make. Now I'm gonna teach you another technique with round crystal balloons and pastel-made balloons. This technique I learned it with our instructor. It's gonna be on Wednesday. It's Guido Verho. At 2019, I learned this technique. We can work it with air or with helium. What we're gonna do is with this technique is that it also works with the Sweet World theme. We're gonna take we take curly, so we take our curly tape. We're gonna take the balloons. We have got 3 colors: pink, yellow, and blue. The first thing we're gonna take is gonna inflate. We're gonna take our crystal balloon. I'm gonna show you what is happening with our candy machine. Look how bright it is. Step by step, it's gonna be more bright or brighter with the use of the high shine. So we inflate our crystal balloon. We're just gonna inflate and then release the air. So we're gonna use another 2 balloons. We're gonna do this 3 times. Now that we have pre-inflated the balloon, we're going to make this work. Here we have our storm form balls. We're gonna leave it inside the bag. We're gonna work in this type of posture. We take again the high float with our crystal balloon, and we're gonna release some high float. We're gonna put some product inside the balloon, and we're gonna massage without taking the neck of the balloon, just the body of the balloon, the round parts of the balloon. And we're gonna massage it all around the balloon. And we're gonna repeat these on the rest of the crystal balloons. We're gonna take some high float, put it inside the balloon. We're gonna massage to put on the balloon, on all the balloon, the product. We're gonna spread the high float all over the balloon. And now we take a stick and we put it inside our blue balloon, inside our stick. We use these with the colors. Some people use with the help of another person. I do it with an expansion clamp. I put the expansion clamp and open the neck of the balloon and begin to insert the balloons inside. Insert the little balls inside. Also, I can take the balloon and dip it inside the balloon with all the balls. When I have this, I introduce the balloon, release the expansion clamp, and then okay, now I have here my helium cylinder, and I'm gonna show you how the balloon. Beautiful. With helium, we tie if you don't want to see the rest of the balloon, you can cut, and we tie it with our curly ribbon. And that's how our balloon looks. Beautiful. We're gonna repeat this procedure 2 times more so you can learn this technique. You can use it with air or with helium. With helium, they can help us to make some bouquets and other type of work. We're gonna use 2 more balloons with this technique. Now we have the balloons with our high float. Now we're gonna take again the expansion clamp to open the neck and to introduce the little balls. We're going to dip it in the balls where the bag where are all the little balls. We're going to take a great amount of little balls. Then we're going to introduce the pastel made blue, round 12. We put inside the yellow one, not the blue one. What I prefer to do is that I don't like to get all over my fingers this type of materials. That's why I use all these expansion clamps and everything. I don't want to get all dirty. I give some helium to my balloon. With this color of balloon, you can notice more the little balls. We take the curly and we wrap it around. Some people say that they don't have the balloons to make this. But if you want something easier, we have our balloons. We have our printed happy birthday sweet balloons. Having these balloons, we can use or we can make different processes. I'm going to show you this balloon because in this design is what I base my projects for this class. Look these designs. In this design balloon is the ones I got inspired to make the scenographies for parties with the candy theme. I wanted to show you these designs. Sempertex has another kind of designs that have different designs that can help us with this theme. Also, they have this balloon in crystal, in pastel crystal, which is very nice. And here is this design, very beautiful. So we finished this part. We're gonna continue with another design. We have our candy machine, we have our donuts, we have our balloons with little story form balls, and now we're gonna work with so I'm gonna show you another design that is perfect for gift for children with little cups that you can find in the market. There are different brands. So you can put inside inside these cups some cotton candy and different candies. You can put inside different type of candies in these cups. I use some balloons that I found in the market, but I'm gonna use round 5 pastel matte balloons. We're gonna take two 260s, pink and yellow pastel matte, and we're gonna make a simple flower to put it in on top of our cup. 1, 2, 3 pumps. We're gonna tie. We're gonna make a 4-finger approximately donut, and we're gonna repeat. We're gonna make the bubbles, the donuts in the same size and measure, and we're gonna continue. 3 donuts. We're gonna make a 4th donut. We're gonna make and we're gonna organize them. And we're gonna make a 5th donut to finish. So here we have this little flower, and we're gonna cut the rest of the 260, and we're gonna wrap it around the donuts. And we have our first flower. We're gonna take another 260. This time we're gonna use pastel matte pink matte pastel matte, and we're gonna make 2 pumps. We're gonna make a 3-finger donut, and we're gonna repeat the step 4 times. Remember, 3 fingers, and we're gonna repeat 4 times the process. The idea is to expand the air from that 260, so the 260 doesn't explode. We're gonna make 5 petals, 5 donuts, and we're gonna cut the rest of that 260, and we're gonna wrap it around. We're gonna take the rest of the 260, and we're gonna wrap it around the first flower, and we're gonna tie them together. And now we're gonna start organizing our design. Remember always to polish our design. Remember, the most important thing is what our customer can see in our project. Now that we have the 2 flowers, we're gonna rearrange. We're gonna rearrange our petals, and we're gonna put it on top the cup, the candy cup. So we take a balloon, a round 5, a yellow pastel matte balloon, and we're gonna put it on the top of the cup, plastic cup, and we're gonna inflate. We're gonna inflate it very big, and then we're gonna release some air. What this little what this plastic cap is gonna do is that it's gonna sustain our flowers. Now we have our design. And now we put on top the plastic cap to finish. On the market, there are different kinds of designs. Here we have a little ice cream foil. With a leftover of a 260, we're gonna take and wrap it around. Wrap it around the valve of the balloon. We knot. Also here, we're gonna cut the leftovers of balloons, and we're gonna wrap it around. We're gonna wrap it around the flowers. We put an ice cream cone on the top of the flowers. These are perfect gift for our children. Gift. Yes. These are surprises for birthday parties. I represent the cotton candy with paper, but you can put cotton candy inside, or you can put inside different kinds of candies. We're gonna make 2 more so you can see how it makes, and these are perfect for children's birthday parties. And these can be perfect to take from the parties, so that kids can take them from home. This can be made just by yourself. If you want a little extra, you put it in some parts of the flower of the balloon. And also you can take some little bows to decorate. Perfect to decorate the balloons. With the same high float, you can paste and you can glue these little balls. We're gonna make another one with another product, a one with a foil candy balloon, with this one, and also with when I start organizing this class, and then I start saying the donuts, and I saw donuts and candies. I don't know if this theme is gonna be trend again, but I think that we need to see what is on the market. But faster. We're gonna make different figures here. If people are joining us in this class, we're gonna remember this class is gonna be recorded so you can practice all the time. We're gonna make a small donut and we're gonna make it 4 times. Repeat it 4 times. We're gonna repeat until we have a flower of 5 petals. We're gonna make another flower, which is gonna be on top of 5 petals as well. Thank you so much to all the people that joined us. We cut and we wrap it around. If we don't find the scissors, we can cut it with our fingers. Because sometimes we're working and our scissors are missing. What we have here is a little bit telephone cable extension that you can wrap it around and you don't lose the scissors. So we take the 2 flowers and we wrap it around. Very simple procedure. We're gonna take a round 5 balloon. We're gonna take again the plastic cup from the upper part of the cup and we inflate it. And we inflate and then release the air until you have the perfect size. Until it gets the proper shape and the proper size so you can put inside the cup. We're gonna wrap it around. And now we're gonna place it on top of our candy cup. Then we're gonna take a 260 and wrap it around the foil valve, and then we're gonna wrap it around our flowers. Cut the rest of the 260 and wrap it around the flowers. And now here we have another little plastic cup. This is another idea. We have an ice cream cup, cone, and a donut. Perfect to give at kids' birthday party celebrations. Then we're gonna put this candy. Now we're gonna work with 260 balloons to make a simple lollipop. And a difficult lollipop. So first we're gonna inflate at 260 and then we're gonna make a 4-finger bubble. And we make a 1-finger pinch twist. And then we're gonna turn and we're gonna rotate the 260. And we're gonna turn it and wrap it around the pinch twist. And then we're gonna turn it around and then wrap it around the pinch twist. We arrange our pinch twist and this is the lollipop. A simple lollipop to decorate our scenarios. Also, you can put these lollipops inside your souvenirs for the parties. Sometimes you don't find these bubbles, so you can make these lollipops. Or also we can make this in the top of also on the top of this gift, you can put a round printed balloon with a lollipop, with a foil, or with a latex balloon that says happy birthday. There are different options to work on top of these plastic cups. Also on these plastic cups, you can put helium balloons. So you can put these as centerpieces on your tables. So there are different kinds, different things you can make. Or the people that dedicate to these decorations or that work on these type of places with of decoration, they can have this idea of a simple lollipop. We're gonna make another simple lollipop, so this procedure can be very clear. So we take our palm and we're gonna give 3.5 pumps, and we're gonna make a 4-finger bubble, and we make one bubble and then turn it to a twist, to a pinch twist, and then we're gonna make another pinch twist. So we're having it here a 4-finger bubble, then 2 pinch twists. We can cut the neck of the 260, and we're gonna begin to turn, rotating the 260 around the first bubble. We're gonna rotate the 260 around the first bubble, and then we're gonna wrap it around the pinch twist. We're gonna repeat this process. And then we're gonna rotate the 260. We're gonna rotate that it is very tight, very, very tight. And we're gonna wrap it around the pinch twist. We're gonna rearrange all the the 260, that it's gonna be really, really stable in the inside. And then here we have another simple lollipop. If we want to cut the rest of the 260, we can cut and we tight and we knot and we cut the rest of the 260. And here we have another lollipop. The stick of the lollipop can be in the size that you prefer, if you want it short or long. If we want that the stick of the lollipop is gonna be like larger, you can inflate a little bit more. And we tight and cut the rest of the 260. Remember always that in your designs and your decorations, hide the little neck or the mechanic on your designs. Hide the neck, the twisting, the knots, and everything. In our designs, we hide. We're gonna start like in the last part of our class. We're gonna show you the complete design of this class, and we're gonna continue with that. So Pau is saying in Spanish what Carlitos is gonna show us now. We're gonna continue with the whole design. And then I'm gonna teach another tricks about putting our principal table. So we're gonna step ahead and we're gonna go to our candy world. I'm gonna show you, and we're gonna show you the whole candy world. Let me move these things first so I can organize all this. You have to let dry very well these products on top of the balloons. You can work it very nice. You have to let them dry. So in this part, okay, you guys are ready? I'm gonna show you these designs, and the count of 3, I'm gonna show you this candy world design that I've designed with one of the guys that works with me, and they helped us. So this is the assembly and scenography of a candy world party. This is a number where we include some topics and pastel-made balloons. Here is a backdrop wall elaborated with columns with alternate size with clusters of 4. This is a cupcake, a candy machine, donuts, a milkshake also with a straw, an ice cream. All these products that are in this candy world are elaborated in the techniques I've just teach, which are clusters, 260s the sprinkles that are made with 260, I'm just recalling that all these techniques were the ones that I taught in the class. These are the cherries. These are the candies. I'm gonna put another cylinder in the center where I'm gonna place a cake so you can see it in another format. With an acrylic cylinders, with a table also. Also, I'm gonna show where to put the candy machine that we just made. If you're ready, we're gonna begin. We're waiting, and he's gonna show us. We're gonna put another cylinder in the center of the scenography. We didn't fill this cylinder with balloons. The 2 cylinders were made with clusters of 4 put it inside. In this cylinder, we're gonna put the cake and other type of products. I'm gonna bring here the cake, and I'm gonna put some bases to decorate the elements on our scenography. We have these white bases. You can use it of wooden base and different colors. We're gonna put here the cake and some candies. We're gonna put the cake, and I hope you all like it. This is a very elaborated and beautiful cake. Wow, look at this cake. This cake. Here we have this cake, and the only thing is that you cannot buy them because it's a fake cake. My Instagram account, you can see all the process of this class. So we have here the cake. And we're gonna put another type of products. You can put we're gonna put some candy canes, and we're gonna put some little ice cream cones made of candy. You can put it in your party. The idea is that always you can find this type of candies that reflects the design that you've made the party of. Here are some other type of candies. See, these are some macaroons, yellow macaroons to decorate our bases. Another type of candies that you can put on your bases as well. We can put it around the base very carefully. You can put another type of products. We can put any kind of candies. What I was trying to show you is how you can put all the stage. Now I'm gonna show you a little table, which is gonna have a tableware with other type of stuff. If you are organizing a party, you can use these cylinders, or you can use this table with tableware, with napkins, with cups, and with plates. What I was trying to find is some materials with this theme, with this candy world theme. And you can find it on any place in the market. You can find these products everywhere. I'm very excited. I want to see the new Sempertex catalog for 2021, so I can see all the new proposals and all the new themes they're gonna have. They're gonna show us. I have here cups, plates, and napkins. This is an idea to organize the principal table for the children's parties. You can put them inside of the cup. You can put it inside the cup, or you can open it or fold it and put it behind or next to the plate to put the fork and the knife. So we had this candy machine, this base that it's perfect as a centerpiece base. Remember that from the base to the top, it was like approximately 60 centimeters. If you want to put it on as a centerpiece on the main table, you have to put it in a different size, a smaller size. So you remember I make some souvenirs, some candy souvenirs for children. I'm also gonna put these on the table. You can put it for each kid or put it on the principal table to decorate the theme party. If you don't have a 260 balloon to make that part of the cup, you can put the souvenirs on the table. So now I'm gonna take, So if people say, no, I don't have 260 to make our arrangements for our souvenirs, you inflate around 5. We release some air, we tie it, the knot, and then we inflate another round 5 balloon, give some air, release, and we're gonna divide it. We're gonna divide these balloons, and we wrap it around, making a cluster of 4. This is how we can replace the 260. You can also work this same procedure with round 5, with a duplet divided. I'm going to explain some of the assembly of this backdrop wall. This backdrop wall was built with 11 columns, elaborated in clusters of 4. Each cluster was inflated at 7 inches and 6 inches. The same procedure as we make the base of the candy machine, we make these columns. We put one cluster of 4, then with one size, then with another, put on top another cluster. What we built is a backdrop wall with columns in alternate size. I'm gonna explain how I connect these columns. Each column with these rubber bands, okay, in a zigzag pattern way. Important is that the rubber band is in a zigzag pattern way to assemble the backdrop wall, the columns, to connect 2 columns to another. These murals are with columns with alternate size. The important thing here is that you work these columns with excellent balloon references, a very high quality balloons. Remember, this mural was with cluster of 7 inch and 6 inches and assembled in a zigzag pattern with the rubber bands. Also, I'm gonna show you how I put these donuts to this backdrop wall. To the people that work in centimeters, these clusters are approximately 18 and 15 centimeters. Explaining that it depends on the material which you are inflating your balloons. Remember, some balloons work in seconds, another in centimeters. So it's important to measure the balloons to have these designs. So to wrap around the donut to this backdrop wall, I'm gonna take the 260, I'm gonna wrap around the 260 from a balloon of the column. I'm gonna wrap around and then I'm gonna place it. And this is how the donut is assembled in the column. This is the design we had made today for you. I hope you all guys enjoy this. If you take pictures, you can tag me on Instagram. My Instagram account is Decor. I'm very happy that Sempertex chose me to teach you people are asking how you paste the little candies to the cupcake. People are asking how you can paste these little candies, these sparkles on the balloons. Other question is are these balloons pasted or just introduced to the mosaic? Okay, to make the sparkles of the balloons, which are all over this decoration, I'm gonna clarify some doubts. I'm gonna teach you and I'm gonna show you how I make them. Well, okay, let's go to my second stage and I'm going to show you how to make these sparkles or the toppings for the ice cream or the cupcake or the mosaic. Okay. To make a topping or a sparkle, I'm going to take a 260. I'm going to give some air. I'm going to make a 6-finger bubble. And we're going to tie. And we're going to cut. And we're going to cut the leftovers. And with our hands, we're gonna shape the little the 260 and give it a curve. With the leftover of the 260, we're gonna continue making the rest. Some people use different type of glue. Today I use these little pieces of these little it's like a double strap dough. And we paste and remove the other part and we're gonna paste it on the design. We're gonna put it on the balloon and it's gonna be attached to the balloon. It's very easy. Also the lollipops, you can paste them on the mural. Also on the lollipops, you can paste this double strap, release and put it on the mural. So here in the technique of mosaic, we make duplets and we put it in an organized way, and we put it in a pressure way. We didn't use glue or any stuff. We just put them by pressure. This color for the mural is satin fuchsia. I also use pastel, mate, lilac, also fashion white. For the cherry, I use round 18-inch fashion red. For the cone of the ice cream, I use fashion white sand, also with 260 fashion white sand. And the part of the ice cream, I made a chain, an arrow of Lincoln pink pastel mate. I used eight balloons. Also, on the milkshake, this milkshake is elaborated in a column of clusters in different sizes. It has reflex silver, raspberry, and fashion white, round 18-inch and round 12-inch, and a little straw with 260 in fashion red and fashion white. So we have our milkshake, ice cream, our candy machine. All the balloons that are in this design are assembled with 260. There's nothing with glue. Everything is with 260. Wrap it around. Okay, this wall is, okay, so the height of this wall allows to have this wall against the wall by pressure, because the height allows to make this thing. But also they have some adhesive pins, some adhesive tools that are connected. ¿Cómo se llama eso? Pau? ¿Cómo se llama eso? ¿Ah? ¿Ah? Ah, okay, hook. These are some hooks that help you to grab the wall of the balloons and put it by pressure against the wall, so it doesn't need a base or water balloons. These are adhesive hooks that doesn't damage the wall or the paint of the wall. To give some brightness, we use high shine to the balloons. We spread some high shine all over that design. While I am talking, I'm going to show you how this high shine gives some brightening to the balloons. The donut won't explode or won't damage because it's not attached to the design by glue, but instead it's attached with a 260. So this is the final scenario. We have two lights here that give some highlights to the design. So it's a better, so you can have a better look. So this is the complete design we have today. We're gonna present all the balloons, all the colors, or the palette. Remember, this class is gonna be recorded, and it's gonna be saved in our social network and our platforms, so you can repeat all these videos all the time. Watch them as many times you want. I work a lot with link balloons, but today I want to teach something different with a different technique. The idea is that I show different techniques. On Wednesday, Professor Guido is gonna teach a lot of link balloons, so I didn't want to repeat the same techniques. So instead I brought today a different technique. This. I'm putting this here so you can see the base with some helium balloons. These can be used in bouquets, also centerpieces. These balloons float perfectly with helium. It has inside high float, and it won't release the air. So that the time of floating in the air, it's gonna be longer. Remember that the amount of this product of high float that is put inside the balloon. It's gonna be like, it has to be measured, because if you put a lot of product, the balloons will fall. So if you put the perfect amount, it will remain up the balloon for more time, for a longer time. Carlos here is showing us the palette of colors He's like explaining why he uses these colors, because it's that perfect combination. He's saying goodbye. He's saying thank you for this class. And remember, this class is gonna be saved in our social media network. It's gonna be saved in the fat form, and you can repeat as times you want. Thank you all for joining us in this classroom, in this assembly and scenography for parties in a world of candy, in a candy world theme. Thank you. Thank you very much. Remember our social media accounts and tag me in your pictures so I can repost. From Medellin, Colombia, I say hello to everyone that joined me in this class. Thank you very much for your time. I'm very excited to be part of this class. Bye-bye. See you next time. See you in our next class.